What are the greatest opportunities and challenges for leveraging generative AI in healthcare? I'm going to start with some of the better opportunities. I think that there's significant capacities for leveraging it for efficiency gain, for both individuals, for the jobs that they do, but also for information sharing. Our ability to share siloed information within smaller groups in our teams is going to profoundly increase. Just think of PDFs that were maybe sequestered in a small location that no one ever read, but were great materials. And this is a great opportunity for generative AI to give us some capacities to learn more and to be able to ask questions about that data and find it faster. It does come with some challenges though, and that's something that I think we've all kind of started thinking about is what does that actually mean? And for us, I think it's really difficult to know when to enter and adopt a disruptive technology. Generative AI is clearly disruptive, and it is something that is new and has taken really the whole world by storm in some capacities. And for us in healthcare, it can be a little scary to make change. And so we might be a little cautious to adopt it very quickly. And that's okay. I think that that's really actually pretty responsible of us. But that doesn't mean that we can't do things to kind of embrace and start moving. Generative AI is moving really fast, and there's going to be a lot of opportunities to collaborate with other groups and external entities that they're going to move faster in some capacities, and we can adopt those changes and adopt what they're doing into our own processes. But that does still mean we need to be prepared for that. And how would we prepare? It really comes down to what data do we have that others don't? What data does a healthcare entity, maybe a provider, or maybe even just those servicing providers, what processes and information do we have that others don't? And starting to identify that can really start leading you to where you need to go and how your generative AI journey begins. So how do we prepare? I think one of the first things that we really need to identify is resources and data that are unique to us or unique to your org. That's the piece that no one else has. And that's the piece that's going to make your models and the generative AI work that you do or enter into unique to you. No one else has that information, and ensuring that you know what that unique data is going to be the first step for preparation for this generative AI move. Every organization is completely different in what they need to do and objectives that they're trying to achieve. And so the only people who know that are you. You know best your org, and you know best use cases for where you can start gaining efficiency. So make sure to be learning more about generative AI, ensuring that you know what's available. Doesn't mean you have to make the investment now, but understanding it is going to be one of the best steps that you can take to ensuring that you're successful with it. And lastly, I would say start to identify who you're going to work with, your collaborators. Most organizations aren't going to do this alone. We don't do this alone. Ultimately, we collaborate and work with entities like Databricks. Many groups are working with groups like OpenAI or Microsoft. You're still going to have to collaborate for some of these big models because most of us can't afford that. And so understanding that who do you want to work with on these is going to be a really important piece. And that kind of leads into kind of my last point of that this is going to get easier and easier. Over the next year, we expect this to be much easier than it is today. And entering into generative AI and the investment that you wish to make, no one can make that decision for you but you. But I do expect it's going to be a lot easier, a lot more approachable for the general populace as we go through the next year to even maybe 2 years.